Hey y'all, what's good? First of all, let me light a candle because, child, that's what we doing over here. We're gonna do a little reading. Something quick, something cute. This may be for you, or this may be for me. Shoot, it may be for both of us. But let's just get into what's going on. Pluto's in retrograde, so you already know, like, power dynamics. Not only is Pluto in retrograde, but Pluto switched signs. According to 13 sign Vedic astrology, Pluto switched from Sagittarius to Capricorn. So that's just big in general for an outer planet to be switching signs like that. And when we really look at it, we have to understand that a lot of power structures and power dynamics are no longer. They are literally no longer. And we can look at it internally depending on where this transition is happening in your chart. You can see which house it's in and how it's internally affecting you. But overall, what I see is, first of all, there's just been a lot of people passing away, a lot of people transitioning into the next realm. A lot of that around me has been going on. And some famous people too. Rest in peace to all those souls that, you know, are no longer in this physical reality with us. And I also think that a lot of fire is surrounding this. Pluto is a feminine planet. When I think of Pluto, I think of the fire of the water. Out of all the water signs, Pluto's Scorpio, Pluto, that energy is definitely fiery energy. So, Sun card coming right out. This card actually came out reversed. Pluto changing signs is really bringing transitions to your base, who you thought you were, the structures that have been put up in place, the foundations of your life, the foundations that have been layering up level by level since you were born. You know, that we have the 7 to 10 like foundational years when we're 7 years old to 10 years old. We're absorbing so much information. We're learning so much from people. We're taking everything in, and a lot of that's happening with our family and then our immediate environment. So what we take in from our immediate environment and how the immediate environment affects us is basically how we kind of live the rest of our lives, right? We can also look at it in a sense of the early childhood, which is sort of like a past life, right? That's the past, your life of the past. Then you can actually look at your actual past lives and what's going on. And a lot of those themes are coming back to be transmuted and looked at. Honestly, just to say hello to it and just look at it. So in this time of doing this deep shadow work and this work of your foundation, your true roots, right? It's like, how do you continue to keep it pushing? How do you continue to still find that spark in the everyday life, right? It's never easy. It's never easy. So let's see what's going on in the cross. 8 of Cups. 8 of Cups in the cross. It seems like a lot of people are having issues with moving on. And this can be in the physical sense. It can be moving on from people, relationships, but it also can be just moving on from the past. Moving on from the past. This Pluto in retrograde energy is intense, right? And it's bringing back up a lot of stuff. Saturn also changed signs a few months ago, so that's bringing in fresh new karma and a new karmic cycle, right? We have the nodes getting ready to change signs. We just left eclipse season. And eclipse season, like, if there's one thing I learned last year, whatever is trying to go during eclipse season, let it go. So you'll see a lot of like arguments happening, people losing their job, people breaking up, people doing a whole bunch of stuff, life changing, new social circles. Whatever is leaving you during eclipse season is definitely what needs to go. Eclipse season, like, literally breaks that away, allows you to break free from that. So we have a lot of that energy going on right now. Let's see. We have the two of Wands. It may be that a lot of people aren't focusing on their next move, focusing on their next plan, right? It's important for you to understand, like, yo, this may have been where I came from, but it ain't where I'm going. So let me figure out where I'm going, right? Let me figure out what's really going on, what's really tea. Like, let me figure out what's going on. So it's possible that you need to keep hold of the vision. Keep hold of the vision. Understand that, you know, where you're coming from is not where you're going. Where you're going is so much better. Where you're going has so much levity if you allow it to, if you believe in that, if you literally set that intention and you follow it through. I recently saw a post and they were like, manifesting is easy, but it's just keeping your manifestations, right? Continuously setting your intention for your manifestation, so you're grounding them. So you have these little yellow brick road, like these little yellow bricks to follow, right? You're creating your own road, you're creating your own path in that. So the beauty about this energy that's going on right now, it's like it's an intense, deep upheaval where it's like things have to go, like they're released, and you're immediately going to be filled with something new, something fresh, right? You're immediately going to be filled with, and this doesn't mean that it's going to be a new thing to you, right? For example, let's say you've been creating a lot or doing new hobbies. It's like the past being let go, and you're going to immediately find more space, time to ground these hobbies in. So there's going to be a newness that's going to be available. So it's really all about, what are you filling up, right? When you're clearing out what you no longer need, what are you filling that up with? So, listen, y'all, it ain't the easiest. It ain't the easiest. Yeah, it ain't the easiest. But you on top. But you on top. It may not be the easiest, but you on tap. So cake, right? This is everything you can handle. This is everything. I feel like a lot of people have worked up to this point. I also feel like a lot of people like are realizing, like, you know what, new challenge accepted. Right? There's no need to back down from this, right? It's to understand what you have. Understand that you have your throne, right? Understand that you have your throne. We have the Queen of Pentacles coming out in reverse. It seems like a lot of people are going through scarcity issues. They don't believe that they don't believe in true abundance. They don't believe that abundance comes in different forms, right? It's time for you to, like, you know, understand, like, who you are, and to know that you are God's child and God loves you. And your Mother Earth loves you. It's coming in a rotation. It's coming in a rotation. So the Page of Wands is just here to say, add more levity. You know, it's going back to that reverse sun that came out earlier. It just shows me that the childlike spirit is really being killed, broken in many people. And when we think of the childlike spirit, we can also get into, like, what happened as children. And I'm just gonna say trigger warning here, because, you know, I don't personally want to bring up anything too much that's overwhelming for you guys to hear. But let's look back into those times. Let's look back into the past lifetimes. Past lifetimes, sure, but your younger times, when you were younger, when you were a child. Let's look into that. Let's see what happened, because there's so much to learn there, so much lessons, so much nutrients, and just so many just little things to just pick up and look at, and just to say hello to. And it's not about, like, making an exact move, right? It's not about making an exact move, but it's just to know that you're steady while all this is happening. to make sure steady, that you can ride this wave, and that you can, you know, just accomplish what you can accomplish. Straight up. No lie, straight up, no lie. Straight up, no lie. Straight up, no lie. Tower card. Oh my God. Tower. Listen, the nodes are changing. Okay? The nodes are changing. There's been so many big shifts right now. Jupiter moving into Aries. Jupiter in Aries, baby. Fire bun. It afidun. Gone. Fire. Fire to it. Fire to it. Certain things can't hang around no more. That's why we got this Tower card. But you notice the Tower card came out after the King of Pentacles. After knowing you steady. Once you know you got a steady foundation, what no longer needs to be there will leave. It'll be dropped off. It's like a tree, right? Certain branches just fall off because it's done its time. It's like a plant. Certain leaves will fall off because it's done its time. But the plant still has its base. You know what I'm saying? So, that's all I gotta say. That's all I gotta say. Hey. Listen, when you believe that what needs to leave will go and you will have what you need, this is what it's looking like. And you will have what you need, you will have what you have. When you believe that what needs to go, when you have that faith to let it go, not to be interfered, to really take that risk into the unknown. And I really feel like this theme here is, I feel like it can be like largely emotional based. I feel like it can be largely emotional based, this stuff. But it's to understand, you good. You got your God and you got your foundation. That's what I'm saying. You have your things in place. It's how can you look into what you have to really, what's the word? Like, to remember. It's a lot about remembering. How can you remember what you have, the things that you've never lost? And a lot of the times, this is internal stuff. Most of the times, it's internal stuff, right? So this is a quick little reading of just like, listen, let's get back that childlike spirit. Let's look into our childhood life to see if there's anything that we need to look at again, assess. And in doing that, we'll figure out if there's things that we need to let go of. Right, and as we make this transformation and we release all this stuff, things are coming in fast, more time to do the things we love. We're having clearer eyesight on what we love, a clearer perception. Understanding that, you know, you're the empress, you're the emperor of your kingdom, and nobody's gonna step on your toes. You've built your foundation, and it's time to release what no longer is your foundation. Because if you don't release it, God, you are going to make the path to your abundance more difficult for the Most High, the Divine, to give you what you want and what you desire if you're not willing to let go of these emotional frameworks, right? If you're not willing to let it go. It's so funny because we have the mental frameworks, right? If you're like the manifestation, it's happening. So happening, right? Manifestation it's so happening. It's so happening. Understanding that you are the ruler of your own reality. So we got these new thought forms coming through. There's new thought forms that want to integrate into you, okay? When we say thought forms, we're saying like new ways of thinking, higher intelligence, higher consciousness. They want to integrate into you, but there's no space. There's no space. So, like I said, like this Pluto retrograde, if you're trying to make space, this Pluto retrograde will allow you to make space, okay? And we gonna say it like that. I'm gonna leave this here with the Hierophant. Listen, your inner wisdom will set you free. Your inner wisdom will get you to where you need to go.